of a secure MasterCard transaction.
Even before films had dialogue, they had music. Since the very beginning of film, filmmakers understood music's ability to subconsciously convey a message to their audience. Ascending from films to advertisements, nowadays music plays an important role in nearly every video advertisement you see, online or on TV. Today's ads provide an onslaught of subliminal messages, from visuals to word choice to, of course, the soundtrack. Indeed, behind every original composition and licensed music piece, marketers tirelessly apply music theory and frameworks to make the most persuasive point, all, hopefully, without the viewer noticing. Brands' main goal is for the consumer to remember them and have a positive association with them. Simple visual tactics such as the font, the logo, or even a mascot are the best bet for companies to ingrain themselves in consumers' minds. Similarly, audio cues can also help individuals connect with a brand. Earlier, ads applied this principle with the classic jingle. Think of it as an audio logo.
Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be.
This strategy is still in common use today, and you probably know a few jingles yourself.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
With these short earworms, brands made sure that they are recognizable and always in our minds. For some modern companies, the jingle has become more strategic. For instance, MasterCard has recently made a new jingle, which they call their Sonic logo. However, MasterCard has taken the additional step to make sure this Sonic logo is a prevalent theme in its ads' background music. Thus, the MasterCard identity is audible throughout the whole ad. When writing new soundtracks or jingles, originality is not key. Advertisers often use tried and true music frameworks to convey subliminal messages, such as reusing music scales, general patterns, and other musical guidelines. In a very broad sense, advertisers tend to use major keys to show positive moods and minor keys to show negative moods. Of course, advertisers have many more complex strategies as well. For a wondrous effect, advertisers often use the Lydian key. That's where the fourth note of a major scale is raised a half step. Or, if seeking an inspiring sound, musicians often choose a song with a cascading melody and virtuosic passages. For more sophisticated sound, marketers tend to look for a sound that breaks expectations while still adhering to general rules. Finally, marketers looking for a down-to-earth effect utilize the pentatonic scale, which is, of course, what MasterCard did. There are many more frameworks just like these, and the thing is, in moderation, these formulas actually work quite well. But over time, these formulas can seem a bit, well, formulaic. For many marketers, the solution has been to use music to subvert viewers' expectations. After all, brazenly breaking unspoken rules has a memorable effect all of its own. The most prominent example of this strategy is Melbourne Metro's famous Dumb Ways to Die PSA about train safety, which treats a morbid subject in a distinct, bubbly way.
Eat medicine that's out of date. Use your private parts as piranha bait.
In practice, remember that all these guidelines serve the end goal of conveying a subliminal message. When done well, music can advance the brand's value proposition without having said a word. When it comes to music, my favorite example of all is United Airlines and their theme.
Bigger, bolder.
This jazzy metropolitan piece is Rhapsody in Blue, American composer George Gershwin's seminal 1924 jazz concerto, which United has been using since 1987. Gershwin himself intended the piece to convey, in his own words, the musical kaleidoscope of America, of our vast melting pot, of our unduplicated national pep, of our metropolitan madness. With its virtuosic passages and jazzy phrases, Rhapsody in Blue undoubtedly provides an inspired and sophisticated feel. Through music alone, United simultaneously harks back to the sophisticated Pan Am era of luxury while providing the inspiring atmosphere of a modern, global, and unquestionably American future. For me, this strategic and multi-layered message makes it the gold standard of music in advertising. Music is a subliminal language that we can all understand, and when done convincingly like this, its power is magnificent.